Strangers and Freaks and you know, I forget what they're called, unique opportunities or whatever, whenever they arise. Generally, we'll stop and do them. Then at the end, I think I'll just assess. I think in terms of actual story mode, 100% completion. Yeah, I'd estimate I got to about 80%, the highest so far. But it is the first time I've started a new series in a while, and I do love this game. It is quality GTA. I mean, it's probably my second favourite behind San Andreas, or maybe third behind Vice City. But it'd be hard to argue against this being the best one, just because the sheer scope of the game really is amazing. So I'm going to carry on talking afterwards, but I'll shut up for this prologue as we watch the intro to the game. So as you can see up top, there is an option to use first person. I'm not going to actually use this. I'm playing this one, so I'm available to do it. I've only ever completed this game on normal camera, and to be honest, I'm not averse to first person. It's not exactly like I'm bad on it. I do it sometimes on online, but I just don't like it. It's particularly I think one of the main ways of being effective with shooting on GTA that sets you apart from other players online as well, in particular, because I play a lot of online. I'll probably show you that once I've completed this story. Is rolling when you actually have a gun on you. You know, that's one of the best ways to do it. And when you're first person, it's just really disorientating when you do that. So yeah, I'm going to be completing the story mode in this camera angle. Then perhaps when we do end up joining my online file, because I won't start again, I'll just carry on from where I'm at. We might do it then, sort of as per normal. Pretty sure a guy pops out now and grabs hold of Trevor. And do I hop in here? Right, it's been a while, I forgot, guys. I have completed this, as I said, about 3 or 4 times. But I've not played GTA at all, I'd say, in about 5 or 6 months. And I've certainly not played mode in a year and a half, I'd say. So now it is Michael the grab now, and of course the unique feature of this game, as opposed to the other ones, is that you do play as more than one protagonist. So we switch now to Trevor, who's an absolute beast. So there we go, hold down and switch. Just need to re-familiarise myself really with some of the buttons, but the prologue really is easy. There's no way you can actually win it, because it just sort of ends up you know, you end up sort of getting cornered and can't really find a way out. But this bit, etc. Yeah, it's really simple, to be honest. Let's take cover now. Michael places a charge, as this is, of course, 9 years before the main story mode is set. And yeah, I'll talk you through some other stuff later on once the prologue is done and we meet the third character that we use. But really, this is, if you haven't played the story modes before, this is a really important prologue. You know, it has relevance to like the storylines a hell of a lot. In particular, there's a mission where you return to North Yankton later on, which is one of my favourites actually. So I mentioned online briefly. As said, I will most likely do some streams online. Not too sure whether I'll put them on YouTube, because there's a lot of online play where you're just waiting for people to join the maps, and you're waiting for a damn long time to be. So yeah, there's a lot of sort of inactive play. Maybe I will do it on YouTube, I'm not sure, but I think I'd have to edit the waiting time in between like death matches and races, etc. But it's a measure that I do back myself GTA. I've done GTA 3, City and San Andreas 100% on this channel. I bypassed 4, and there's a reason for that, because quite simply I just think it's shit. And I've really played 4 much. I literally got about 3 or 4 missions into it, then just thought I just don't like this game, stopped playing it back in the day, and I've never really had the desire to go back. So I don't know, maybe one day I will play 4 properly and give it a proper run and do a series on that, but for now I'm happy to just go straight into 5. And you know, they play a lot different. GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas are sort of blocked together in the 3D era. This is the new gen era. But I still think, whilst I might be rusty at the start, granted, particularly driving, I imagine, which we're about to see now. When I get going, I do think I'm reasonably good at this game. I got to level 110 or 115 or something online. Mainly just playing death matches and races, which is, I think, it puts you in better stead for story mode. I'm familiar with it, I know the missions well enough that hopefully this does provide to be a good run. So we'll soon find out. Here I am driving away, and I quite like this cutscene in a second when you sort of get to the train bit. I'm glad I saw that. I literally forgot how to brake. I think it's the back L button. The LT, yes, indeed. I usually play more on a PS than Xbox, so yeah, literally I'm a bit rusty with the buttons here. As I said, it should only take maybe 4 or 5 missions to get familiar with it. This game, unlike other GTAs, the missions are much longer, and you do actually get checkpoints, so I think it is actually easier than some of the other GTA. But having said that, you tend to kill a lot more people in this game, and the missions are a lot more epic. So just broke off this little cutscene, and as you can see now, there's a hell of a police presence, which is alluded to later on in the game. I'm pretty sure the police were already aware the bank was going to hit. So there goes Brad, shot in the arm. And I think he plays Trevor in a second. Yes, indeed, it seems it is. But there's no way to actually hold the police off at this point. It just goes for as long as you can, really, until it triggers the next cutscene. So yeah, normally I won't talk so much during the actual cutscenes, etc. But for the start of the game, you sort of have to just explain what's going on, etc. If you haven't played the game before. This mission, yeah, I'm going to take some damage, I think, but so generally just back off until it starts this bit. So, whilst I'm going to be uploading this on YouTube. It's a bit a 15-minute interval, so apologies if sometimes it'll just cut me off mid-sentence or mid-mission as we start a new video. But if I will make it a playlist, so if you do catch it, it's probably best to view on playlist if you're interested in keeping up with the series, as the video will just roll on to the next one straight away. So this cutscene I don't really mind talking over because it's a funeral for Michael Townley, of course. But is it? We'll find out in a second, because there's a twist to the story. As we roll intro, and this will run straight into the present day, which is 9 years from then, where we meet Franklin, the boy Frank, my favourite of the 3 protagonists probably. And this is what I mean with this guy, the twist. It's supposed to be his funeral, but as we can see, Michael is very much alive. He's the guy who shot second then. And one of the 3 protagonists, along with Trevor, who we assumed control of for the vast majority of that prologue. So we just hop straight in now. I don't think there's a way you can actually skip this intro bit, to be honest. I think there might be one point of the intro you can skip, but I'm going to let it run anyway.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid? A good kid? Why? Does he help the fucking poor? No. He sits on his ass all day, smoking dope and jerking off while he plays that fucking game. If that's our standard for goodness, then no wonder this country's screwed.
And what about you?
So I think Michael's pretty much a satirization of modern suburban America, really. He's sort of like seeing his therapist depressed about the fact that his kids don't appreciate him. He's sort of midlife crisis big time, and harping back for these days that he's talking about now. We'll keep these subtitles on just because sometimes I will talk over the game. I'm hoping the sound's okay. Sometimes on the old GTA series the radio is too loud to actually hear me talk. So I'll probably make this first one a really short stream actually, then upload the videos straight away and maybe tell. But yeah, apologies for that if that is the case. Future missions won't be as loud. I'll probably play about 2 hours today, which translates to 8 episodes. Then yeah, once they're uploaded tomorrow,
I guess.
British time, Sunday, then I'll sort of assess whether the audio is fine or not.
Well, a sense of overriding futility is a vital
But
part
I don't actually like these parts. You see this therapist a lot throughout the series, and really, it's sort of like doesn't really favour the story. I mean, it favours the character, I suppose, but you know, it doesn't actually lead to anything. You know, you can go and visit him, etc., which you probably will do, just for the idea of doing this series and showing everything in the story mode possible. But yeah, there's probably some of my least favourite bits where you're just chatting to the therapist dude. So this showcasing, of course, I've even mentioned yet, Los Santos, the best GTA location, let's face it. I mean, it's badass, like Los Angeles and the surrounding deserts and mountains and woods, etc. So the reimagining of Los Santos, which was one of the 3 San Andreas cities that we saw, of course, during my San Andreas 100% walkthrough, which I finished. And just the scope of this game's incredible, you know, considering it was made in 2013, it's quite long ago now, 4 years now. We're a week into 2017, and this game still holds up. Like, and then some, I'd say. So, there we go. In the background we have Franklin and Lamar. Franklin on the left.
No, homie, I cannot. Man, would you come on? Actually, yeah.
So, a brief interaction for these guys. I'll let run.
With the yellow stairs.
Yeah, good looking out, homie. Appreciate it.
Man, get your stupid ass on. Damn.
So a lot of these are, of course, based on real places. Like this is Santa Monica, near the pier, sort of Venice Beach way in LA. And as you can see, Boy Frank is just boosting cars for a guy called Simeon Yatarian. He's an Armenian car dealer.
You the one all pumped up on doing this lick, nigga. I'm getting my money in the hood. I'm straight, fool. I'm cool.
You cool? Cool what? Slinging dope and throwing up gang signs? Yeah, right.
Whatever, homie. Yeah, homie. This the spin knot right here. Your boy Simeon wasn't bullshit.
Man, get your ass in there.
Bring your ass, fool. Always trying to boss somebody. Come on.
Come on.
So we assume with control of Frank now, as we have to follow Lamar. I get a choice of which of the cars to take.
Bad credit.
I'll just take this.
Come to daddy. Which one you want, nigga?
And it's quite a
You always was
sort of a longish intro mission. This actually, it really is a good one.
you balling hard with the drop top.
Sad, my driving might be a bit rusty at first. Sure, I'll get used to it again. I need to work out which is the best camera angle as well. So this one I prefer, to be honest, because you can sort of go top heavy on the camera. No, it's this one. Right, so this is the perfect one for me, I think. And yeah, I usually drive. Putting the R3 and log stick slightly down so that you can see ahead the traffic a bit more. Of all the GTA games, I think actually when I do get into it, this is probably the easiest to drive just because the roads are bigger. But you'll make a few snap turns now. Lamar. Oh dear mate, well, there we go, it's our first crash. This dickhead out of the way. Unlike other games in this series, GTA, when you do crash, it does actually have a bearing. You know, sometimes if you like dent your front wheel or something too much, your car will start turning like to one side a bit more. So this location we're going through now, by the way, will be important later on. We're in the film studio, which I could have run one of them over there. Yeah, Michael has a lot of a sort of business there as opposed to the other two. You work for a guy who's a film director later on. And yeah, that is a mission